Welcome to this new episode of TechieLife. Now this episode is kind of a special case as we haven't been recording for the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, so we decided to give a little more extra content this week. So this week we're going to be covering the Apple event which took place on Monday.
9th of March.
And our Apple expert, Vivek, is going to walk us through because he sat there since the very beginning of the conference.
I did, yes.
Yeah, I didn't do so. I got back kind of late.
Okay,
let's get started?
Yep, let's begin.
Alright.
Okay, so let's start with the first thing, which is the new MacBook. Now, funny thing, the we were expecting Apple to release a MacBook Air, but they released the new MacBook. Just the new MacBook. It wasn't an Air, it wasn't an Air, it wasn't a Pro, just the new MacBook. So, what is it about this new MacBook that's different?
Wait, but it's thinner than Air.
Yeah, it's much thinner than Air. It's, what, 13, is it 12?
13.1.
13.1, sorry, yeah. The screen size itself is 12 inches, but thickness is, thinner than the 11-inch Air, which is like 40% thinner than that, so pretty amazing. In terms of the specs, we're talking 1.1 gigahertz dual-core Intel Core M, which is fanless because of it literally doesn't heat up at all. It doesn't need a fan at all. The only problem is it's not very powerful at all. So
it seems to me it's like a more of a note taking or like a on the go video.
Yeah. Like a long time ago, Windows did this. They had netbooks. You know, remember those?
Those netbooks.
Yeah, this Apple has just done that like 10 years later. So
but I guess it'll be fine for like students, right? For like word processing or presentations or.
Seeing as it has still has the all-day battery life.
I mean, it's even better, isn't it? The battery life.
Battery life is actually not better than the Air because the Air has 12-hour battery life. This still has 10.
Oh, 10, right.
So, yeah. But, it turbo boost the processor can turbo boost up to 2.4 gigahertz. That's the base model, which goes for $1049. That's quite expensive. £1049 for a netbook is you can get the equivalent Windows PC, gaming PC even for that money.
No, but it depends on the person really.
Yeah, but I mean $1049, really. Anyway, that comes with a 256 flash, Apple's flash storage, which is essentially an SSD. If you want,
Samsung still making memory for Apple?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't been following that line of thing.
They were doing RAM, so.
I honestly don't remember now. But if you pay $12.99, that's almost £1,300. You can get 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, turbo boost up to 2.6 gigahertz, which is actually not too much of a bump. Both models have 8 gigs of RAM, so
it's decent.
It's decent. Yeah. It's decent. I'm glad Apple did that. 512 flash storage in the 1300 model, and they both come with Intel HD 5300 integrated graphics, so that's nice. The interesting thing is,
but I doubt we're enough to game.
Yeah, no, not at all. That processor will not get. The best game you can play probably is what, Angry Birds. I don't know, maybe some of the games on the Mac App Store like Sky Gamblers, things like that. But other than that, pretty much, not that much. But the screen, which everyone was looking forward to, was Apple actually delivered a gorgeous Retina display, 2304 by 1440 resolution. Very nice display based on people who saw the actual device after the show. And yeah, that pretty much covers the internal specs.
That's for the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth.
Yeah, they use 802.11 C and Bluetooth 4.0, just basically the latest in wireless technology. But let's
it's
go
not bad because I managed to get full speed for Wi-Fi with that chip.
Yeah. So let's talk about the internal. We talked about the internal. Let's talk about the actual. Because of how thin the actual laptop is, Apple's had to go ahead and do a few new things. One of which is redesign the keyboard. So they're using this new butterfly mechanism, which actually makes the keyboard a lot thinner and easy. I don't know if it's easier to type or not because obviously I've never seen one.
Never tried it.
Yeah, I've never tried it, so we'll let you know how that goes. But the trackpad actually is, in fact, one of the best things of this device in terms of how intriguing it is. They've redesigned the trackpad, much bigger now. But the other thing is, they've added a new haptic engine.
Taptic
engine. Taptic
It's a
engine.
trackpad. Yeah.
It's a trackpad, sorry. Yeah, so basically,
It's like when you type on the smartphones, right?
Yeah.
Like the modern smartphone where you feel
this is Android, by the way, not iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone, Android. That you get slight vibrations to it, like tap 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 tap.
Yeah, that's
Tap.
haptic feedback.
Also, the one, probably the same one they had in the Apple Watch as well, right?
Yeah, that's so the new Apple Watch has this new taptic engine. So they're using the same engine, but essentially, if you disable it, you won't feel any vibration. They're simulating the clicking that you get when you actually click on a standard MacBook keyboard if you've ever used a MacBook. And sorry, not keyboard, trackpad. Next thing is they got rid of the force, the new force feature, which is basically if you're, let's say you're reading a book, you don't know the meaning of a word, if you force tap on the trackpad, it'll actually give you the definition without having to right click and go through all that. Also, if you have an address and you force tap, it'll actually give you like a map of the of that area.
Or when you, like the one they showed us at the event was like a video, like you can control the speed of the video.
Oh yes,
based on the force you use on the trackpad.
Yeah, you can.
And I think there's like four force sensors around the trackpad.
Yeah, instead
like,
of just
like
normally it's just towards the front, and it's actually like a diving board mechanism. But they've actually redesigned that, and now they have all four corners. So anywhere you tap, anywhere you click, will be exactly the same feeling, and it'll work, flawlessly. Yes, so that's just the one thing that really I was disappointed with, which I don't know how important it is to everyone else, is the glowing logo, which
on the back.
I really love that about my Mac, and obviously.
It's something that people play with as well, right? Because I see one of those like MacBook with like Iron Man coming out with the light,
and then
the apple as a palm,
and
stuff.
But yeah, they got rid of that because they made the screen a lot thinner, so they had to, for whatever reason, get rid of it. It now has the same texture as you get on the iPads, the same
on the back,
a mirror finish, like a black mirror, that mirror finish.
Would it make it more power efficient? Removing like not really necessary stuff out the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they did claim that it's the most power efficient, energy efficient laptop in the world.
Yeah, in the world. And it also comes in 3 colors: silver, which is the standard, space gray, which I think looks really nice, and gold. So that's interesting.
So, USB Type-C.
Yeah, that was an interesting topic when I was watching the keynote. The new MacBook only has one port, USB port, and one headphone jack. That's it, just one port, which you're supposed to use for charging, external displays, actual USB, flash drive and that. So the question is, if you want to do all those things at once, what's the solution? Good question.
I mean, why do you need to charge it and then plug in into a projector for presentation? How would you,
Apple has a solution for that, but it will cost you for about $100 or somewhere around there. I don't know the exact price. Somewhere around there.
$80?
80 to 100, I don't know, yeah.
Well, I checked on the store, it was $89.
It was like, but like UK it'll be like 80 quid, and over there it'll be $80. But anyway, the point is, for that price you're going to get an adapter which gives you the access to a USB port, VGA, I don't know the exact things, but you get all those the charging ports.
DVI, HDMI.
Exactly. This is a very, very good, very nice device, I think, from Apple. Comes in 2 sizes, 38mm, 42mm. Those are the only 2 sizes available really. And the Apple Watch comes in 3 models. So the base model, the least expensive model as they call it, it's an aluminium alloy which Apple actually made themselves, and comes in 2 colors, silver or space grey. Prices starting at £299, going all the way up to £340. That's the first model, which is the sports model. The second model is a stainless steel case, and now the price on this depends on what band you get. So the prices begin at $479. you go all the way up to $949. Now the thing with this is, at $949 you're really paying more than the phone itself. No? The last edition is the Apple Watch edition. Now you're gonna like this one. The case itself is made from 18 karat gold, which is all great, but the price begins at £8,000.
Or $10,000.
Yeah,
around.
that's a pretty steep price for a watch.
No, but
considering, okay, it's 18 karat gold, it's luxurious.
it's really a price for like luxury watches like
Rolex,
Panerai.
Yeah, it's in that range of watches, the gold version, and prices go all the way till about £13,500 or somewhere around $16,000, which is yeah. You can pre-order the watch April 10th. And it's gonna start shipping on the 24th of April. Or you could, depending on the country, you can find the watches in your local Apple store.
But I reckon like the watch edition one with like gold and stuff. I guess it's walk-in only, right?
Yes, the gold edition is it's walk-in
only to like specific stores.
Exactly.
In country, I think it would be like only selected stores, like one or two
stores.
Probably one or two stores which carry.
Probably the flagship stores of each country, I assume, because
probably Regent Street here.
Regent Street might get it. Covent Gardens might get it.
But Regent Street is more central, I reckon.
Covent Gardens.
It might both.
I think both of those might get it, but we don't know for sure. Let's talk about the battery. The battery is 18 hours. They say that, but I think that depends pretty much on how heavily you use the watch on a day-to-day basis, really. The other thing is, it has a feature called power reserve, I think, which means that if your battery is below a certain percentage, it will last you like 72 hours. I assume it goes into black and white or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, on Android Wear, you have like on the LG G Watch, you have a function like into ambient mode, and for 360 mode where like screen off, like not always on mode.
Not always on.
Yeah, but even with those, with the LG, I got like what, a day and a half out of it, and then the Moto 360 just over a day. But
let's see how it goes when it comes out, really, and if any of us get it.
because you don't really know the battery until like you actually use it yourself.
Especially with the Moto 360 in the beginning, everyone had issues with battery. Then they gave an update, and then it was sort of better.
It was better, but still, it didn't last me like
more than a day.
More than a day, yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the Apple Watch.
Anything on the internal specs?
The internal specs. Now, the thing is, Apple, being Apple, they don't release any specifications on these kind of small devices. You have to wait till it comes out, then iFixit will open it up and then tell you what's inside it.
But from what we can see, so it has Siri, right?
It does have Siri, yes. You can say, "Hey Siri," and it's like
Google
okay,
Now
Google.
on.
It's like okay
Google,
yes.
Right, and it has the taptic engine like we talked before. I bet like Apple taptic engine must feel really nice, like when you tap on it.
It feels like it sounds gimmicky, but I don't know. You can't really.
No, when you tap, it feels nice on those Android phones. I bet. If Apple were to make something like this, it's just gonna feel pretty good, right?
Well, we'll find out soon, won't we?
And the charger?
The charger is a metal back. It's magnetic, so it'll clip on onto the back of the watch. The round part. We'll have a video of the clipping.
Which goes on top of the heart rate
sensors. And all those. Yeah, that's it. We'll have a video so you'll see
the health kit and stuff. Watching like the event. I was on time for like the announcement of the health kit and the research kit.
Yeah.
The home kit. It seems like they're releasing an open source.
Yeah,
package,
the research kit is open source, which I was very surprised. Very surprised by. Apple releasing something open source is something you don't see every day.
He told me that gave him hope that one day iOS will be open source.
I really think it will one day. Maybe not in the next 5-6 years, but maybe 10-15 years from now. New CEO maybe. You never know. But it's opened up hope. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching. We're gonna close it off now. Just remember to like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already done. And yeah.